I've had so much fun filming every episode, and I know that sounds cheesy, but I really have. I get to live my dream every week. 7 was cool because I had just finished watching. I hadn't seen it in a long time. I finished watching Cool Hand Luke on the plane, and I hadn't seen it since I was a kid with my dad. And there's that scene where Luke just keeps getting beaten to hell and keeps getting back up. And I don't have anywhere close to that kind of scene, but it was right when I watched the movie, and then I read episode 7. I was like, cool, that's my small version of my Cool Hand Luke moment. So that was really fun to play. Plus, I got some blood packs in my mouth. It's like every kid's dream. It's cool.
Robbie, have you had any unique acting challenges since you started shooting? Like something you hadn't approached before, or something that you had to really work a little harder at, just for whatever reason?
Yeah, in one of the first 4, it's either episode 4 or 5. Stephen, I really had to break down. I can't tell you why, but it was the heaviest moment I've had as Stephen, and those moments are always challenging, just getting to that place. But the nice thing was that over the first 4 episodes, the things that I see and the things that happened to me really justified the breakdown. So again, it came back to the good writing from our writers and our writing team, and it wasn't too hard to get there. But those are always the scary scenes on paper. They're the scenes you love as an actor, but at the same time you're like, oh, you don't want to screw this up. It's a big scene.
You talked about Stephen's relationship with his mother, but can you tell us a little bit about with his brother? Is Stephen wondering whether his brother will also manifest?
Yeah, there's always the chance, that the younger brother will have powers, and they could even be stronger than Stephen's. Or he doesn't have powers and he goes the way of Jedediah, and there's the jealousy thing, but we haven't really touched upon any of that yet. In the pilot originally, my brother and I were kind of butting heads, and it was kind of written like that originally, and then when we shot it, we kind of figured it was stronger if, my brother was the person that I care the most about, he and my mom. So it's been fun to kind of grow that bond in the first few episodes. We're very brotherly. We give each other a hard time, but when it comes down to it, my mom and my brother, those are the people that matter the most to me.
How do all the Tomorrow people view Stephen? Is he the rock star? Or is he, what are their feelings towards him?
Russell and Stephen have a pretty fun relationship. You see it in the pilot a little, where he finds out that Stephen can stop time. So they get kind of like not a bromance, but they start bonding a little bit. As far as the rest of the Tomorrow people, they're kind of split. Some of them, they're also on a need-to-know basis sort of thing. So John tells them John decides what they need to know, and he tells them. So when they find out certain things, it's normally pretty split down the middle. Some of them are into it, others think it's too dangerous. Some of them, are behind trying to find my dad and where he is. Others think that it's not the right course of action. We should be looking out for our species, and so it is pretty split down the middle. But there's some drama that ensues in the first few episodes with some new Tomorrow people that you haven't met yet.
Do any of them kind of fear his superpowers? That he has so much more strength and power than the others?
Not really. We haven't touched upon that at all. I think it's more of everybody just wants to band together and try and get out of living in the sewers, because nobody wants to be. A lot of them aren't allowed to leave. That's one of the things. People find some of the Tomorrow people are a little pissed off that I get to live this double life, because Tomorrow people, when they come in, they aren't allowed to have any ties to their family anymore. When you go underground, that's it. You're there for the protection of the species, and I'm the guy that gets to come back and forth as I please, spend time with my family. So that does cause a little bit of drama, but for the most part, there's no worry about a Tomorrow person hurting another Tomorrow person.
Can you talk about how Tomorrow people are unable to kill?
Yeah, it's my favorite part. It's one of my favorite parts of the storyline. I think it's very cool. I think it separates. It from most other superhero stories. It separates it from X-Men, and it separates it from heroes. But you find out some really interesting information about the gene within us. It's called the prime barrier that stops us from killing.
Robbie, this show could have a huge effect on your life, setting you up to be a heartthrob. So how do you feel about that? Are you nervous about the girls or excited?
No, I have an incredible girlfriend. We've been together for 5 years. She's probably more nervous than I am, but she has her own TV show, so we're both nervous for each other. But I'm just very excited. I honestly haven't thought about that at all. All I've thought about, and I was just talking to Phil about it, is, I'm so proud of this show. I just hope people watch it. Not everybody is going to like it because no show is for everybody, but I think the majority of people will, and I just hope people tune in and check it out because I think they'll stay with it.